Just trying to push our way through. Oh my god. We're gonna get to a Bonecrusher eventually. That's really nice. Here it is right here. No, but that's just as good. We have 6. We'll do 4. Boom, boom. We had 2 2/2s. And that's absolutely delicious. Good game. Thank you, kind sir. We pushed through, and you know, we do have to play a 3rd match here though, because they beat us up in that first one, right? We didn't get there. We did this time, and we're gonna get there again. Are they roping us? Hey everybody, welcome back, and thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today we have a top ranked Mythic mono red burn deck played in traditional standard, which means best of 3. Obviously we have the sideboard. If you guys are unfamiliar, when you play best of 3, you get to utilize your sideboard and change out cards from your main board, which is your normal 60 card deck, you know, to try to counter your opponent's deck, and then it's best 2 out of 3. So a lot of fun there, and this is my recommended way to climb rank within Arena, because lots of people don't have the resolve. They might lose the first game and concede the second because they don't want to play the second and third now, because that's much more difficult than just winning the first and winning the second as well for 2 easy wins. So I really recommend that you guys at least try traditional standard. Check it out. I do my best to break down the sideboard plays while we go through them in real time. So as always, we'll break down the deck list in its entirety, each individual card, the strengths, the weaknesses, why they're chosen to be included in the deck. Then we'll visit the strategies and synergies. You know, how does it all come together? What's your overall game plan and the steps you'll take to get there? Finally, you know, we'll jump into the gameplay footage where I do break down all of the play lines and interactions we can find between this mono red deck and the rest of the current Zendikar meta. And then we've got our final thoughts and random shenanigans. So let's get right into it. And of course, as always, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. This deck reached Mythic ranked number 54, I believe, by Vixman. I actually had the pleasure to hang out on his stream the other day. He's a pretty cool dude, and you know, we get along great and are really just a lot alike. So check him out on Twitch and bug him to make some YouTube content. I told him, you know, you got to get on the YouTube game, bro, and I think they'll get there eventually, but they might need a little bit of motivation. So you know, this is a great deck by a great player, and we're going to do our best to help it live up to its name. So we start the deck out with 4 copies of Fervent Champion. I'm sure you're all familiar with this. A 1/1 with first strike and haste. Whenever it attacks another attacking knight you control, gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And then, of course, the equip abilities that target Fervent Champion cost 3 less to cast. So, you know, we're talking about highly reduced Maul of the Skyclaves, which not in the deck. You can equip that for 1. In this deck, we have Embercleave, which you'll be able to equip for free, which is really, really cool. 4 copies of the Fireblade Charger, another 1/1. It has haste as long as it's equipped, and whenever it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So this is a great way to get that 1-drop in, you know, do that damage while they play their tapped land, and then when they get to the point to remove it, maybe it's equipped, maybe it's not. Either way, it's going to deal some damage to your opponent. Into our 2-drops, 2 copies of Fire Prophecy, instant speed, dealing 3 damage to target creature. You may put a card from your hand into the bottom of your library. If you do so, you get to draw a card. So, you know, we've got 4 Embercleaves in the deck. You don't need 4 copies of Embercleave. Fire Prophecy is a great way to toss one of them back to the bottom and draw another land to help you get there. And I guess the same thing goes if the opposite situation is true. If you have too many land in hand and no cleave, then you could toss a land and look for cleave, all while removing one of your opponent's creatures. 4 copies of Rimrock Knight, a 3/1 that cannot block. It has Boulder Rush for 1 at instant speed as the adventure. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. 4 copies of Robber of the Rich, a 2/2 with reach and haste, and whenever it attacks, if the defending player has more cards in their hand than you, exile the top card of their library. During any turn you've attacked with a rogue, you may play that card and spend mana as though it were any card to cast that spell. 4 copies of Shatterskull Smashing for 2+X at sorcery speed, dealing X damage divided as you choose up to among up to 2 target creatures and or planeswalkers. If X is 6 or more, so it's total spell cost for 8, it will deal twice X damage divided as you choose among them instead. And of course, coming in tapped unless we pay 3 life, the Hammer Pass. Into our 3-drops, 3 copies of Phoenix of Ash, Flying Haste, 2/2. We can pay 3 to give it +2/+0 until end of turn. we can escape for 4, plus exiling 3 other cards from our grave, and then of course it will escape with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, creating a 3/3, which is really cool. Any of the mill decks this works great against, and even removal and counter decks it's going to be great against as well. 4 copies of Anax, Hardened by the Forge. Its power is equal to your devotion to red. Its toughness is 3. Whenever it or another non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 satyr that cannot block if its power was 4 or greater. We're going to create 2 of those instead. 2 copies of Kazuul's Fury, instant speed. We have to sacrifice a creature as an additional cost, and then we'll deal damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target. This is great. It's instant speed if they try to remove our creature that's going to die anyways. Well, we can just take it out from underneath of them. Their spell fizzles. If it's an adventure card, it goes right to the grave, and then we can hit our opponent with some damage. Also, the Fireblade Charger, when it dies, it will deal damage, plus the Fury deals damage equal to its power, so it's like double damage through the Fireblade Charger and Kazuul's Fury. Moving on, we've got Bonecrusher Giant, a 4/3, and when it becomes the target of a spell, it's going to deal 2 damage to that spell's controller. Stomp for 2 at instant speed. Damage can't be prevented. Damage to, 2 damage, to any target as well. Oof. 3 copies of Torbran, Thane of Redfell, 2/4. If a red source you control would deal damage to an opponent or permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage +2 instead. And 4 copies of Embercleave, of course, for 6. Flash, 1 less to cast for each attacking creature you control. When Embercleave enters the battlefield, attach it to a creature you control, and then equipped creature gets +1/+1, has Double Strike and Trample. The organic equip, if that creature's been removed, is 3. And of course, we've got 16 mountains and 2 Castle Embereth. Before we get into the sideboard, let's talk main board strategy. Ride the curve. On turn 1, you need a 1-drop. On turn 2, you either need 2 1-drops, a single 1-drop, or a 2-drop, a permanent. And then on your 3rd drop, you need Anax, Hardened in the Forge. The others will do, but you definitely need to drop Anax as a priority first and foremost. That will give you as little as 3, as high as, I believe, 5 attackers on the field. Probably less than that because you'll need land as well, so 4 probably. And then you'll be able to Embercleave on your turn 4. Embercleave goes onto your Anax. You smash in. If there's any blockers, they're going to create the 1/1s. You can do it again. If there happened to be a Shattered Sky that interrupted you because they were on the play, then you get all those Satyr tokens, and then you drop a Torbran. The Torbran makes all the tokens hit for 3 instead of 1. It should be easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? You can get into other shenanigans by buffing stuff up with Rimrock Knight. Take note of the Boulder Rush synergy with Fervent Champion's First Strike. It also has nice synergy within Embercleave. Fervent Champion's First Strike also has nice synergy within Bonecrusher Giant and our Fire Prophecy, right? As these are both instant speed, First Strike can survive any potential blockers that they didn't see coming. So with that all out of the way, let's take a look at the sideboard. 3 copies of Ox of Agonis, 4/2 whenever it enters battlefield. Discard your hand. Obviously, you don't want to discard your hand, so play this as your last spell. Therefore, discarding 0 cards and now drawing 3, absolutely. They escape for 2 plus 8 cards from your grave. This is really only relevant against the mill decks, and then it escapes with a +1/+1 counter on it. 4 copies of the Aggro War, an enchantment saga. Originally, gain control of target creature as long as the enchantment remains on the battlefield until your next turn creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able, and then finally each tapped creature deals damage equal to itself through its power. So a really great way to beat down mono green, Gruul, any deck with big baddies in it that you want to get your hands on. We have the exact opposite within Relic Robber, a 2/2 with haste, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player creates a 0/1 colorless Goblin Construct artifact creature token with this creature cannot block, and at the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to you. That's a repeatable offense, so this is definitely an offender of the highest kind against primarily control decks, a deck that's not going to play creatures, that your attacking lanes are open, or a deck that uses wipes, so you can play this right after a shatter, after an extinction event, while the attacking lanes are open and get that construct onto your opponent. We have a little bit more removal through Scorching Dragonfire. Obviously, this takes creatures you don't want to be replayed through recursion, like Lurrus, for example, and then the Dragonfire as well. We have these main boards, so just a couple copies of there, both dealing 3 damage. The Prophecy only to creatures, and the Dragonfire can deal it to creatures and planeswalkers. So, that's your sideboard, and we will break down our sideboard plays and thoughts as we make them within the gameplay footage. We will get to that in a moment, but before we do, I have to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to a friend. Join our Discord for more information. We've got a 500,000 gem giveaway, free cash prize tournaments every single month. So a lot going on, and a lot more in the books planned as well. So it's an exciting place to hang out with like-minded individuals. Thanks for your time and attention. Do make sure to download Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant. That's what we're using today. The best add-on you can get for the game, available for free within the Overwolf link in the description below. Check it out. It's going to have all of the metagame information, stats, collection. It's just too much to go through. So check it out and let me know if you have any questions. Enjoy today's gameplay footage, and we'll see you in a few moments for our wrap-up thoughts. All right, can you guys find the land? Where is it? Certainly not hiding behind the Embercleave. It's within the Fury, and we cannot have this hand, so we'll toss it. 2 with another Fury for 3 is nice. Still 2 Cleaves. I guess we just are a little bit of like the stone behind the Cleave, which has all these knives and swords in it, so I can't help but think that that's some form of magnetic stone. Just good, right? As we are the magnet, we're going to be pulling these Cleaves to our hand all day today, playing mono red, slashing our way from Platinum 1 into Diamond 4, hopefully, going what I can only assume to be 3 wins and 0 losses. We're playing traditional today, incorporating our sideboard, so we're into some serious shenanigans, and let's get right after it with Robber of the Rich. Big woofs. You know, could be an Omen, so 60 card Yorion deck. Oh my gosh. You know, it could also be Esper Doom / Esper Dance if they've not played a Swamp or Black Source. We're gonna have to wait and see on that, though. Let's see what we get off the top of their library. Oh, it's Jeskai. Interesting. So I tried to make Jeskai Dance work, and I had a hard time. So maybe this is more just a strict control, and Omen is just in there for, you know, base value, because that's very high as well. We have what, 5 in hand? They have 6 in hand. I think I just want to play the Giants. Fire Prophecy, interesting. So they have removal. It's probably just a control variant, right? So let's get the Giant in there. If they target it, they'll have to take 2 damage, or they could counter it here on the stack, which would be good. And is the Essence Scatter. So definitely the control variant, not the enchantment dance variant. So we're looking out for Shark Typhoons, right, at instant speed. That's always something that's kind of hard to keep in mind. So they can make a 2/2 Shark here on our attack. And when we attack, we gain access to the Fire Prophecy, which will allow us to fry the shark. And I guess this won't be a 2/2 shark because they've omened ahead of time here, looking for, I guess, their own Fire Prophecy before the robber can attack. 2 to the top. They're keeping 1, but we do get the draw here. And the Fervent Champions push each other up to a 2/1. And we get an Omen, which is absolutely amazing. We'll use that. Scry 2 draw, that's great. Oh my gosh. I like that. I like that. We can Fireblade Charger with Phoenix of Ash, potentially, or we just Embercleave. Hitting for what could be 6, 10 damage potentially, right? We could have lethal, but I doubt it because they've got stuff going on here. There's the Shatter. That's okay. Hit for 2, down to 8. Cleave in hand, Torbran in hand. Just looking for Anax. Kind of awkward without him, but we'll make it work. They're down to 4 cards in hand. 1 damage is represented within our Fireblade Charger as well, unless it's exiled. We could deal with it. Alright, there's the removal. That's annoying. That keeps us away from an Embercleave. But we can recast it. But we've already gone to our attackers. You tricky bugger, you. The nice thing about scooping Torbran in play right here is that if they don't counter it and it's in play and they remove the Charger, that's going to deal 3 damage. So if they shatter to wipe both of us, we're still going to let that 3 damage in. We do see the counter spell. Good on ya. Here's the land. We do have a cleave available on the Charger, potentially. We could also just Phoenix, which I think is the better option. Our opponent's down to 2 cards in hand. I mean, you have to be pretty lucky to have direct answers. Let's just keep applying as much pressure as possible. Keeping in mind of the shark still. This could be a 5/5 shark we're walking into. And with that shark in mind, we're going to play our Torbran, and they have to draw a counter spell. Okay, so we know that they had a counter spell. They're using it as the counter and not the draw, which is actually semi-relevant for us to be winning, as they are already down to 1 card in hand. That's a 6. Omen for the sack with the Scry 2 attached to that, so that's really good. Making sure they can find some answers for the next few turns. Scry 2 to the top again. That means they found not 1 but 2 cards they were looking for. Ooh, that's never good. They play a Triumph, which must have been their last card in hand. I'm surprised they didn't cycle it. Right? They've got a lot of mana. They didn't cycle that. Let's try our Phoenix. Exiling cards from our grave, paying 4 for the escape cost, and it enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, being a 3/3 with flying and haste. Definitely warrants a counter spell. If there's no counter, we have to assume that there's a shark to chump block it, right? And we can push it up to a total of a 5/2. So if they are cycling for 2 + 5 is X, you know, they will have a 5/5 shark and we can trade with it, right? And then we can just replay our Phoenix from the grave again. Here's the Shark Typhoon. They're going for it early. They should be doing it beforehand, right? That's on you, brother. It doesn't matter. I think that they're... Oh, and they counter it. They just cycled into that counter spell. So we can see how the early cycle there actually pays off. They didn't tap it for the full 5 as a 5/5. It's a 3/3. Plus they drew a scatter to counter our Phoenix straight up. Woo! That is crazy! The cool thing here, though, is we can still kind of kamikaze in. They have to block it. We love sharks, baby. You guys see our video? Shark, 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 shark! Oh, that's probably one of my highlights from this year. Playing sharks is so satisfying. I absolutely love having them in play. So they're trying to pull our bluff. So not only will we slay the shark, but we'll deal 3 damage to them and win the first game. Sideboarding against Jeskai control. Interesting. Not a lot of creatures here, right? Just the sharks, so we can probably take out some removal. In all honesty, right? We can probably take out some removal. And as to what we add to that blend, I mean, the Ox isn't bad, but where I really want to get to is the Relic Robber, I think. They have plenty of removal, so it's awkward, but man, does that feel good. Unfortunately, Torbran doesn't combo with Relic Robber because these are colorless and your opponents will control them. And, you know, this is red and you have to control it. So, you know, double negative there, which oddly enough doesn't result in a positive, but, yeah. So, not a ton of synergy there, but I think it's still worth it. I don't think we really need the removal. I mean, we could take the Dragonfire and try to hit the Planeswalkers with it. It's gonna be hard to say. Let's let it rip. If we lose this match, we'll take in some additional Oxes if it goes late game and we don't get there. Our opponent's still sideboarding against us. Make sure to like and subscribe, you guys. Help support the channel. It's all that you can if you want to go above and beyond. Of course, my first recommendation is to join our YouTube membership program, as that's where you'll get the most bang for your buck, getting, you know, exclusive content, etc., etc. Of course, you can jump into Twitch as a second one there, and you know, that's why I love playing traditional, you guys. When you're pushing rank, play best of 3, win the first match, they give up, you get the second for free, right? That's a 2-for-1 special. That's absolutely delightful. This is very awkward to keep. I mean, 2 cleaves is never good. But when you see Anax and cleave with each other, a certain respect must be paid. Oh my gosh, I hope we don't pull any more lands. Brody. Tome in play. So definitely Esper, Yorion Dance. I have no doubt in this. Secondary Anax, that's awkward. Right? Have you ever seen such good luck be so poor? Alrighty, there's that scry. Oof. Hopefully the Anaxes at least get destroyed and make the satyrs and not just straight up exiled. All we've pulled is lands and an additional Anax. Oh my god. Bad luck. Get tempted with the greed and immediately shut down for it. That's fine. That gives me like weird pain in my hand. It's like our opponent's got my voodoo doll. They're going wild on it, and it does get exiled. Dang it. That's alright. We've got a second copy. Are you serious? A third cleave. Oh my gosh. What world are we living in? Oh no. Not good. What do you do? Alright. 1 satyr token, please. Yikes. We can get one of our 4 cleaves on. 3, sorry. Let's put it on the little guy, right? I'd rather them remove him than our champion. I wish you could equip Embercleave to multiple creatures if you had like non-legendary. Oh, that'd be so good. Or if like legendary equipment only affected the one creature that it was attached to. But I guess it like still stays in play, so it would avoid that. Let's make up our own rules, right? Well, this is a free equip. Where's a Castle Embereth when you need it, right? I mean, for 4 is not that bad. It's not great, but we should smash that apparition. I also feel like we probably just need to save it. Try to hit it for, what was it, 6? So we need 8 total, we're at 6, 2 more. Because we're gonna have to somehow kill this Yorion. There's no way we get around that. Right, here it is. We're gonna bounce them both. We do get a 3/3 though out of the Anax, just for them taking the champion. And that's good for us. No, they don't do it. Down to 14, they draw a card, Sky 2. Our turn. So the trade is still, I think, worth it because we can play the knight. Then we still get 3 damage through. Ending our turn. I mean, a 4/2 is not bad if it can't be dealt with. I'm sure it can be. Heartless Act. I was hoping Announcement Conquers Death just on the cleave itself, because we have backups. Are you serious? Yeah. Too much of a good thing will make you sick, you guys. Oh, that's the wrong side. Oops. We'll let him know. Wow. You're gonna have to go to Embercleave rehab. This is ridiculous. Awesome, bro. Goodness gracious. That can't ever happen again, right? That's like not something that'll take place ever again. Alright, this is target though, so the Hexproof is annoying. Basically all of that's annoying. You know, maybe the robbers are good and that forces them into like some awkward that Fury might be nice. If we could Fury with Torbran in play. Do we drop these cleaves? Because that was ridiculous. I'm gonna drop 2 smashings. Alright, we got this. We got this. Dream Trawler. Come on, man. Oh, this is another great hand. Oof. Could be worse. No one drop. Ouch. This robber needs to win us the game here. Orion, just an endless supply. If we get one of their 4 dooms, that's delicious. Heartless Act here. Tome, no, we get another swipe at it. Let's see what we get. Maybe we'll cast it. I would love to play their doom on them. You know what I mean? That would be so fun for me. Doom, a Doom deck? Double Doom, baby. We'll just play in as the creature here, trying to go wide. So if they do have single target removal, at least we still have field presence. We have 4 mana next turn. We could potentially Doom these guys. I'm doing it. Screw them. Oh no, they take our robber. That makes sense. I thought they might go for the Bonecrusher Giant to avoid the damage buff. Six damage down to 10. Yeah, it's not good. And we're cleaving next turn. When they wipe us, we'll get a 2/2 out of it. After the shatter, right? Plus we'll get a draw. So we'll get a 2/2 and a draw if they shatter. They should attack first, obviously. Not that it matters much, but... I don't think they've got enough to doom us yet, but they could try it. We're on 4. If we pull a 5th land, we can cleave. The events. We're all odds. That's really good. We still get the 2/2 though. Not a red source. Shit. Really, really awkward, but we are gonna force them into it. I don't know. A Doom gets us. A Wipe gets us. And Elspeth doesn't quite get us, but it's on the right path. We do have 4 damage. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We have to take this. That's 5 damage. How does one get an eyelash in their mouth? Maybe it was a little beard hair. It's so small though. Anyways, this is one of the most delicious hits of the century. Our opponent does gain 4 to 12, but then we take 5. It's like we did 1. Not great, but this little token, they don't wipe us, it's gonna do just so much damage. And I don't think they have a wipe because they would have used it and wiped them both. Maybe would have taken the draw to see if I got a wipe before I used my eliminate, but on you, brother. Last time I said that, we got pummeled. Feeling good about it. Cleave is way too expensive here. Fervent Champion is not. We hit for 3, 4 total because the Goblin artifact. We are pushing them. Omen for the scry and draw. Looking for answers. Looking for answers. 2 to the bottom. They draw. So, you know, you get basically 3 tries on that. And then here they are down to 3. That Relic Robber was clutch. And here's the Shatter. They do get the answer. We need some haste. We need some haste off the top, please. Not quite. But it does get them down to 2, potentially. We got Cleave in hand. They need to exile it. Okay, 1 damage down to 2. Bonecrusher Giant would do the trick. That Anax is not bad. Do they have removal for it? Not. For 2 at instant speed. Yorion in play bounces the Omen. They still have 2 mana available, potentially going up to 3, which spells danger for us. It's not a Skyclave Apparition because they only have 1, but or 2. Not the double planes is what I mean. But they do get a Heartless Act there, and that's pretty sad. Yorion's in a position now where it can't attack, and we can just top deck something spicy. Alright, Phoenix in play. And that is kamikaze as it gets. 1 damage in the hole, down to 1. We can replay Phoenix from the Grizzave if they don't get another blocker or removal on our 1/1. 3 cards in hand. There's the removal. Of course they do. Still, we're just trying to top deck a Bonecrusher Giant. This is quite interesting because we can get after it. Do we kill the Yorion? Yeah. I mean, we could have tried to leave it there, but I think they'll just remove it, and then they still have the blocker. So at least this way, kill the blocker. Even now, a Fervent Champion can get us the win. Down to 1. A 6.28% chance on Bonecrusher Giant. You know, we also have the Relic Robber with haste, Robber of the Rich with haste, more Phoenixes with haste. So it's not looking too bad for us, in my opinion. Let's see what they do to us, though. Absolutely nothing. Alright, Rimrock in play. It dodges Elspeth Conquers Death because of the low mana, so that's nice. Apparition hits it. Alright, goes to exile, not the grave. That's not good for our Phoenix. Torbran in play. Anything. We just gotta cleave whatever we want. Making them on the removal always. Extinction events, we are even. They're odd. Big time bummer. Also, going to our exile pile, not helping our Phoenix of Ash out at all. Just trying to push our way through. Oh my god. We're gonna get to a Bonecrusher eventually. That's really nice. Here it is, right here. No, but that's just as good. We have 6. We'll do 4. Boom, boom. We had 2 2/2s. And that's absolutely delicious. Good game. Thank you, kind sir. We pushed through, and you know, we do have to play a 3rd match here, though. Because they beat us up in that first one, right? We didn't get there. We did this time. And we're going to get there again. Are they roping us? Question mark? No. Heloid's intervention. They're just gaining life. Wiling out on us. Of course they would. We've had a ton of damage here, though. Right? Cleave in hand. Just casual 12 gained life. Nice. So there's a lot going on there. A lot of really annoying things going on. And they didn't get to their dream trawler, thankfully. I'm gonna drop a cleave, take an ox. It's awkward. We had so many cleaves in that first round that, you know, we can't do that. I'm remembering why we lost now. It's because we had 4 Embercleaves. Good for the consistency. And the land has just been so awkward here for us today. Like, I've had multiple hands with no land. We're gonna toss this. I'm gonna toss this as well. What's our percentage on land draw? 30%. We have to mulligan that. Alright, keeping 5, tossing the ox. Tossing the giant? Nah, let's keep the giant. Toss the rimmer. Our opponent goes first, they play slow. Anax is great. Can we get a 2-drop next turn, please? Please give us a Rimrock Knight that we tossed. We didn't take into account our mana curve. We can Bonecrusher, but the 2-drop as a creature is always better. We need a robber. No, we don't get it. We do get our 3rd land. That's nice. And they can use their apparition on us, and we can stomp the apparition. That's what our main, or our primary objective was. I didn't really think of getting an Anax to go into maybe a potential turn 4 cleave, because we didn't have a turn 3 Anax, and we didn't have a turn 4 cleave. So I was thinking of the apparitions, but then we top decked that Anax, and I was like, oh my god, it's going to work out. And, you know, we'll see the direct payoff here. So we do have to let it go underneath first. And then we're going to blast it. And now this is where it gets real awkward, but I think at a certain point you just go for it. Right? They're looking for that answer. Scry to the top, so that means they found it. Flame. Not good. And they're already targeting Anax before the land's in flame. Nice. Okay, so another apparition. Gross, but whatever. Right, we've got another giant. It's okay. They're going to be down to 3 cards after their draw. Let's snag it. Play the creature without haste. It also has a negative consequence for them if they wipe the field. I mean, it's only 1 damage, but nonetheless. They're at 17, and we need some consistent hits in. We have 2 evens and 1 odd as far as the event goes. Shatter just wipes us, no draw, 1 damage. There's the event. Okay, so we get to keep our charger. They need to be pulling consistent wipes here. They gain 4 life to 21. Gross. Down to 19. Hopefully they don't top deck a Yorion with their 5th land. I don't think they have land, though. They've not dropped one. Last turn anyways. More apparitions is annoying, but whatever. We'll work through it. We have 2 more Bonecrushers. No play. That's interesting. That is interesting. They're trying to get all of our guys at once with the Shatter, maybe? Being really greedy. Which is a good play right here. We're all odds. If they hit us with another event, that sucks. They're looking at them all. Nice. No, it's an Omen! We're sitting on 10 damage here. 12 and 13 with the Charger if it doesn't get exiled. Bloodchief's Thirst, okay. The Fury will do it. They're totally tapped, so at instant speed, we're gonna hit him in the chops. Good game. Woo! Always playing first. This is an Obosh adventure deck. So we want to go really quick. These Furies are awkward, but at a certain point we can't complain. Right? Itty bitty baby hit, we're wasting mana, makes me sad. I want to save these Furies though. So the Bonecrusher Giant will fizzle here, going directly to the grave. Because there's no target for it. And I think that's worth it. Cultivate. Annoying, but whatever. We draw a land, we double drop. Excuse me. So. Awkward. No haste. Let's just go wide. Scrying to the top's not good for us. They also have an incredibly full hand, which is also not good for us. Go big or go home. Typically we drop this after Anax, but let's roll. There's a neutralize there, okay. That makes, you know, a lot of sense. Down to 11, still hitting for 4, not the worst. How are we gonna pull this off though? That's a lot of damage to do still. And they've got a lot of land and a lot of hand. Those are 2 things I typically don't like to go up against. Okay, Rimrock Knight's gonzo. And so is our Charger. Nice. Lutri, you dog. That's a play I was not expecting, which... Nice, that's typically something that I don't see. There could be a counterspell here, and that's annoying, but... It is... opting... We are folding our hand out here regardless. So hitting for a few unless there's a shock. Decent. Rimrock in play. And we end our turn. Down to 8. Grinding away. They still got 4 cards in hand. 6 land. They can potentially play 7. You know, we do have a champion in Rimrock Knight in play again, so that Lutri Spikefield Hazard combo would slay us for a second time. Obosh in hand. 3 mana up. Another champion in play. That's worth a counterspell. Champions push each other up. Lutri needs to block the Rimrock Knight. Obosh does triple double damage. You're getting hit for 6 a turn. I think we just take the trade. Interesting. Down to 4. We were able to hold out and pull the play. We have lethal on board. Double vision? What? No, 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 no. Don't do this to us. That is beyond clutcheroni. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's too much dinner. I'm full. I can't have any more. Let's see what we get. There's a counter spell here that really sucks. There's not. There was some trigger though. They've got something in their hand. Just a flash in forward to hit us for 6. They can't attack unless there's removal. Cycle. What do they get? They've got double vision. That makes me so sad. Hit for 6. Help them. We should have attacked and killed Obosh with Castle Embereth. We'll do that next turn. Oh, you bastard. They don't copy it. I thought they would push our giant back to our hand and we could stomp them again. Just a land, whatever. Hit us for another 6. I'm gonna kill Obosh. Man, that sucks though. Or we go wide and push it to them. What do you guys think here? Let's go wide. They have to get so lucky with the top deck, it's not even funny. Right? We go wide, we use Castle Embereth next turn. They have to have something here. If that's a land, we win. An off that does also get doubled. Oh my god, that double vision is saving them. To the bottom, draw. Hopefully they whiff. We want to see to the bottom here again. To the bottom and draw. Hopefully they whiff again. Okay. How does this work out for us? Don't shoot there. And neutralize for a cycle. That means the other one's not good either. They attack. It can't defend. What do we get? Come on, leave us alone, man. Leave us alone. Oh, they just Kazuul Furies us. Nice. Oh my god, we were so close there. I'm gonna take myself The Cleave's kind of back as petty theft. So says so. Oof. Dang it, Brazen Borrower. Okay. It's okay, we got this. Double vision with the clutchest draw I've ever seen. We had that wrapped up. I guess we should have killed Obosh ahead of time. Right? With the, because they only have one in the deck, I think. We should have killed it. We were being greedy, just trying to close it out. That's fine. Now we will close it out. We often lose our first games and win the second and third, so it's actually something I've become quite attuned to. Entering tapped. I'm gonna hit these Archons of War. Just smash them. Taking our first hit. First blood. Like slow, that's fine. The cultivate out of the gate, that's annoying for us. We need a 3-drop here, we don't get it. Spike Field Hazard is annoying. Okay, but it didn't get copied at least. Alright, into 3. Here's our 4th, which we're not playing anything on. Charger in play. Our hand is kind of not being aggro here. Just sad, but whatever. If I can take this beloved Obosh and then give it Embercleave with our Torbran in play, I'll be a happy camper. Right? We gotta go full villain mode here. Cultivate? Nope. Let's just take our attack. Bonecrusher in as the creature. I'm sure there's a counter spell. Yeah. So this is really nice as well. There's no way they'd be leaving up that mana. Just unless they had counter magic. You know what I mean? So let's just keep it small, keep it slow. Here's Lutri just as a chump blocker. That's really good. Nice. There was no double magic on the Lutri's entry, at least. Did get the trade. Double vision, you dog! Torbran, go! This is your time to shine, buddy. They don't have a petty theft. They don't have any removal. You don't have to worry about it, friend. Just, you can do it. Get that Obosh in hand. Want to take it. Typically we play our Anax before our Torbran. But you know me. Sometimes being a little unconventional. That's a good word for it, right? Argo. Let's take it. We only need one of them. We get a land, that's good. That's good. Let's take the hit into a double petty theft, bouncing both of our creatures. Right? Silliness. Ooh, just a straight up Soul Seer. A big old blast. A good card to copy, right? We get 1 damage up top. Anax in play. We're ready to cleave it. It hits for quite a bit. But again, that petty theft. So disgusting. Another land. That's kind of nice. They scry to the bottom too. Obosh in hand. This looks good. Lutri as the chump blocker. That's fine. That used all their available mana. Cleave and play. And let's turn this game around. Down to 5. Play your Obosh. And I'm gonna take my Obosh. Come on. Let me have it. What if they have a petty theft now? That'd be crazy. This is times 4 damage, I believe, right? Double strike from Anax, and actually that'll be more than that because the double strikes are each times 2. Okay, so here's the double petty theft. It gets Obosh back to their hand though as well. So that's like an awkward play. Oh, they copy. Okay, that's actually really good. They bounce the war back to our hand, but now we can just like basically replay it. Kind of annoying. They do go for it. Some haste would be great. If they get lucky with this double vision again, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay. But that doesn't really solve our issue. I think it's better to block. You serious on this double vision? Is double vision the new Lucky Clover? They're good gaming us too, they know. They know. Good game. Wow. Obosh Adventures. Real cool, guys. Real mature. Alright, we're big chillin'. You know, we might be here for a while, so we're gonna relax. And wow, if we could pull a land, that sure would be cool. This is risky. I should never even try to attempt this, but it's gonna be pretty cool. If we can pull it off with a land off the top and then a land right underneath that one as well. So all we need is 2 land on the top. Probably won't happen, but we've seen stranger things. Oh my gosh, that's not a land. And we get punished. We're too leaned back. You know what I mean? The ooze sucks. Somehow we still get value. Ooze out of play. I sure wish I had a 3rd land. We believe. If we just believe. Come on. Oh my god. What a joke. This is on me though, right? You guys seen that that's a bad play. There's no way we should have ever kept that. Alright, if we draw lands, I'll play it out. If not, we're gonna scoop out. This will literally be the 4th turn in a row we've not pulled the land almost, I think, right? 3rd or 4th. We play first. So we should be dropping our 5th. And then they should be dropping their 5th, right? So yeah, this is our 4th turn. Without drawing a land. Shiver me timbers. That's a land. Let's take that innkeeper out, baby. You're coming with me. Let's toss Anax away, look for another land. Good thing we drew because we did not find it. No attacks here. Alright, more removal. We're so far behind. We just like can't win. And no more land. No more land. Alright, that's been a magical experience. Hopefully we don't tank our rank too badly with this. We will take more removal though. And we will drop some Aggro. And that probably seems fine to me. You guys don't throw your first match? That's not something that everybody does? I thought everybody did that. I think we found a nice middle ground here as far as reclining goes. I don't know if you guys are too concerned with that. Oh, I'll keep it. It's not a one land hand, you guys. There's a Kazuul's Fury, okay? Oh. We get burned again. I'm gonna cry. That's what makes Magic so fun, is the art of the mulligan. Right? Knowing your deck, knowing the meta, understanding what you need, when you need it, how to get there. Typically you get a drop because lots of people play Companion, and now that's one negative consequence to playing the Companion is you tell your opponent what you're playing before they even decide on their draw hand. They get to make some decisions based upon that information right out of the gate, which is pretty cool. Right? That's not ever bad. We will play in tapped with Fury unless we draw a land, in which case we will double drop our Chargers. Our opponent's just straight hanging out. Let's activate the Lava Worm. I wonder if they can see that when we do it. I don't think so. I think that's probably just locally. They're playing slow. I feel you, bro. I know that pain. At least you had a land. Alright, Fury in tapped. Another Charger in play. Let's hit for 1. Bonecrusher Giant can remove the Innkeeper. If not, we, you know, double drop in. Lovestruck Beast is fine. Third land is also fine. Third Charger in play. Give me that beast, that's annoying though. We should have played our Bonecrusher Giant. I'm sure we lose a Charger here. Right, it only makes sense. It could live down to 18. Then the 2 extra, I guess, down to 16. Land into the giant. Sucks. Sucks. Giant in play. Just because it's a big body. We should have done that last turn and then we could have cleaved the giant. You fool. A little misplay there, and that's not helping. Let me know if you guys picked that up before I mentioned it. I always find it is easier to watch other people too than to play real time. So I'm sure many of you did pick it up. Could even remove it, but we had our Bonecrusher up first and the removal would have had to hit. I kind of want to keep the champion alive, so we'll just go in for 3 here. Use all of our mana on the cleave. We still get to light up the giant, which is nice. They go up to a 3/3. Let's see how it plays out here. Yeah, so we're gonna cleave. Oh, and they don't block one of the chargers. That's delicious. Alright, so I think our opponent's not playing 100% perfectly either. That's a delight. They need removal on our giant. If it's a Murderous Rider, they're going to be taking 4 damage for that. 2 from the Rider, 2 from the Bonecrusher Giant. And we get a free equip onto our Fervent Champion through his reduction of equip costs. So that's always fun, right? Another champion. How do you not? How do you not, Hugh? Yep. We can combine the first strike of the champions with the Bonecrusher Giant damage to probably kill the ooze if it blocks one of the champions. Let's see how that plays out for us. Yeah, so the mauling will kill the giant. They take 2 damage. The cleave can only be equipped at sorcery speed, unfortunately. And we can combine now our first strike with the Bonecrusher Giant Stomp to kill the ooze and survive. And now we can just equip here for free. Why not, right? Make it a little tougher for their turn. And I think we should win this. I mean, obviously there could be an extinction event here for odds, and that would be sad. But it does not appear to be so. Tossing the blade to our charger. That way we've got, you know, basically lethal either way. Nice. Alrighty, so, you know, we made it out alive, and we've got to win another. We should get a good draw hand here, right? There wasn't many creatures in play. Big ol' Love-Struck Beast is annoying. Right? The Love-Struck Beast is almost more than annoying. So I want to deal with that. Thanks. Let's toss 2 prophecies. Actually, let's keep the Prophecies. Toss the Exile. We don't really need that. There's no recursion. Bleep, bloop, blop. Let's get it done. We're gonna have a really good draw hand here. I can feel it. Oh my god. Have we been cursed? What's happening to us? We gotta toss that. You know, I will keep this, because how far down the rabbit hole do you go? And we'll toss a Phoenix? I think, right? I think everything else is higher priority. I mean, I love the Phoenix, but... Robber's nice. Okay. Entering tapped. Innkeeper. Just needs to be immediately dealt with. So. Robber gets to take a turn off. We do get 2 of them. Interesting as well. Another innkeeper. You dog. Take the other back to their hand. We have to play this, sadly. I believe in you, Anax. Take us home. Take me home where the grass is green and the blades are red. Oh, that'd be a good Gruul song. With Anax, I have no idea. Embercleave. I've been watching MTG Remy. He does like parodies. That'd be a good one for him to do. Is Paradise City, but with like mono green. Man, we cannot catch a break here, it appears. This thing can't block. That pushes Anax up quite nicely, and we're gonna get, what, 6 damage in here? So they're not blocking. There's no way they block Anax. Okay. We'll take the Satyr. That's respectable. The Ooze. We need a land. They take our Phoenix. That makes me so sad. So, yeah. Where is our freaking land at, man? Anax still swings. We can pull this 4th land. They're not going to be laughing so hard. Oh god. Yes, they will. That's game. Shit!
I call, and Ikoria answers.
They knew it. I'm gonna take your ooze, boy. Let's kill Vivian. We have 13 life left, right? So, could be worse. Alright, get some satyrs. Vivian lives once more.
I'd like
Bloop,
you to
bloop, blop.
Stumpy.
So we have a cleave open. We want to just keep taking creatures. Or do we Embercleave it? Let's keep our cleave. Let's just keep going wild. We should have taken that. So, there's our 5 attacks. We are definitely playing the aggressor here. We block Anax probably, right? Yeah, make lots of satyrs for us. And we're going to top deck a Torbran. Alright, Vivian's gone. I was so worried about her. The ooze is going to sack itself. Right, so they won't get it back. Oh no, it untaps before this triggers. So they will get it back. 2 innkeepers, hopefully they don't get a draw going. Right, I think our all of our permanents untap and then these trigger, yeah. So the midnight dies. That's nice. We get a land. That pushes the mammoth up for, by golly, what I would think to be lethal. And we just need to keep 2 up, so let's double robber. They're stronger. Oh no, single robber, single champion. We gotta keep 2 up, like I said, for the cleave. Eight attacks. Let's see these blocks. Cleave goes on the mammoth. Sploosh, baby! They hello good gamed us maturely. I can't believe we got it. Alright, so this first out of the gate is awkward, but we've seen what these other hands have been like today, so we're just going to do our best to make this one work. If we don't pick up a 1-drop, we smash. Of course we do. Charger in play. We're going to Rimrock Knight as the creature. Hopefully we pick up our 4th land here. We do. Not paying for these yet. That's nice. Let's take our hit. Rimrock in play. Next up we have Giant in play. Or we Boulder Rush Rimrock. Both of those work. Or we gosh dang hit him with the Anax. Dang life. Playing it now. Oh my gosh, thank you. We have a cleave next turn. Never mind. Nice. That's really good. That makes me quite sad. We can still cleave, thankfully. It's awkward. We could even Boulder Rush and cleave. Llanowar's disgusting. Let's see where it gets us. I mean, obviously they still have a ton of life left, but you know, if we can get going. That is a decent chunk of it, right? We hit for 15 here. And we've got a few extra in hand, so that's nice, and let's see if they can recover from that. I don't doubt it. You know, if there's a wipe, we get 2 stators, plus we draw a card, plus we can re-equip the cleave. So, you know, even that's kind of awkward for them. What they need is some form of exile on Anax. An apparition would be ideal, I think, right? Because then it's a blocker as well, so we get them with the early cleave. That's awesome. Let's try to close this parade out with a big finale. And, you know, we've seen that they've got the blockers. So that's awkward. They're going to be bouncing lots of stuff that I don't want bounced. And that's awkward too, right? As far as the things they bounce, they're not really all that good. It's like Prince Charming, Llanowar Elf, Wicked Wolf. I mean, to take the Wolf is our best bet, but it's still not that good. I think we can take an Ox. And we drop a single cleave. Big edits, I know, right? You know, we did win the first game though, so oof. I guess the question now is, did they run wipes? And if they run wipes, then we switch to probably the Relic Robbers. Like, because if they're running wipes, then they're not going to run creatures. But if they're running creatures, then they're our Relic Robbers aren't really that nice. So let's keep it. You know, we do have that 1-drop, 2-drop. That's really nice. We need a 3rd land for everything to go as planned. Ooh, the goose is really quite annoying, actually. We're gonna take the ramp away from them. It's also a creature that they can bounce later on, and a blocker. So that does a few things for them. Well, Llanowar Visionary is also gross. I guess we need more removal. Anax in play. We've got 2 copies. We will attack with the Charger. They don't want to block it because it'll kill the Visionary. They won't get to bounce it. Yasharn helps ramp. That's good. Nice. Yasharn's really good. The Cleave. I wish we had another creature. Let's get in the air. Keep the pressure up. I'm gonna take Yasharn. You know, I'm pretty sure there's an Elspeth Conquers Death sitting there that's gonna take our Anax away. So let's make the tokens out of the Anax. We trade with the Yasharn, and then the ECD hits the Phoenix. Just the Shatter. That's a bit of a bummer. Should have kept Anax up, I guess. Oh gosh. We do have 3 engrave. We need that 4th land. No, I'm not gonna get it either. Anax in play. There's no way there's a counter creature spell. Where's our land? Okay, they're just gaining life with the food. That's awesome. Llanowar Visionary again. Cry. We just want our land back. We just want our lands back. Let's keep slaying anything that they can bounce for an ETB effect. This is a decent hit for 4. Too bad Anax isn't a knight. Could be for 5. Down to 14. Oof. Negative. Return to nature. Doesn't hit our Embercleave though. You know what I mean? So that's not bad. They got a full hand here. Still kind of gross. Prince Charming. Scry 2. Yorion bounces it. Game over. Nice. Absolutely lovely. I think that's it. That Shatter saved them. We kind of misplayed a little bit there. With our dearly beloved Anax, and I don't know, maybe we can get back to it. We'll see. No attacks. We need to survive this turn. Right? The question comes down to what is in their hand. Another Prince Charming, you dog. Nice. All of these scries. That will be 3 scry 2s that we've seen now. They could have gained 6 life, so if we kill them, that's on them. Bouncing the princess is going to be great. I say we just go for it, don't we? Yep. They did have the kill artifact spell at instant speed for 2. They have another return to nature. What? Ouch. 2 return to natures. Nice. No blocks. We're on the clock now, baby. That's ridiculous. Taking out 2 of our best cards in one foul swoop for 2 mana. Oof. It's one thing to run into one of them, but to come into contact with 2 of them? Sad. Alright, so I guess let's get this flying damage in while we can. I guess we could have kept that back and used it on the Fervent Champion to kill a prince. That's on me. Alright, so they got a loop here going. Let's back up. Maybe we should have kept playing there. It just feels really, really awkward for us. And his Ox was useless. They're not wiping enough. It's not that hard of control. It's more of like a value-based thing. Which means we want more removal. It's okay, we've got this. We still need to play Anax. So when Shatter hits, we can bust in afterwards. Playing first is going to help us. A really nice draw hand is also going to help us. Missing our 1 drop, but that's fine. It's okay. Coming in tapped. They're going to come in slow. We're going to rob her for a draw. And we have removal, removal. Okay, yeah, Sharn. That's alright. That's what pushed them over the edge last time, was that ramp. Prince Charming. Not that bad. I want to remove it, but we have to Anax instead. We still take the trade. because we get the token out of it. And Prince Charming. It's just really good, so get out of here. Oh, you dog! That's upsetting. Take our hit for 1. We can still Embercleave. These 2 tokens aren't worth a shatter. Yeah, Omen of the Sun's okay. I'm happy they did that. We still go big, right? Get all the damage we can. Down to 11. I mean, Kazuul's Fury could win the game. I doubt it, though. That's their 5th land. Gross, 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 gross. What if it was just straight up a Yorion right now? Llanowar. That takes them down to 2. I think we're good to go. Castle's nice. Did they remove the cleave? How could they not? Of course they have Return to Nature. If they have Disruption, I still want a Fury. They didn't. Do we do it now? Well, they've got 2 mana just chilling. Or do we wait for them to tap on something? Let's end our turn. Another land. It's Charming. Or they can gain life. They could still have that same counter spell, but let's see if we get it. Yes! Woohoo! 80% win rate, crushing matches, and we make it finally after much jank experimentation and you know, having fun into Diamond 4, and we'll try to hit Mythic with the rest of our week. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll get to our closing thoughts now. All right, mono red doing the do. It's nice to see it perform so well. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen it, but when we actually look at our metagame breakdown, there's a lot of mono red aggro right now, and I'm so sorry, Demir Flash, your time has come. I think we're gonna see this slip down the path further and further as we go, and I believe we'll see Gruul aggro continue to rise in popularity as well, much like it is in traditional. 70% or 17, sorry, which is just it's massive. That's like an extra 7% over the next following deck, which is still Demir Lurrus, which is gross. And then, you know, so check it out. This is available for free in the description below. Overwolf, download it. It's the assistant, yada yada yada. I hope you guys liked the deck. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for your time and attention. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, support financially if you can afford to do so on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and our Amazon link. Thank you so much, you guys. Take care, and we'll see you soon in another video.